Alright friends, let's talk about silicone and mold making. We are using two different kinds of silicone today. That is Rebound 25.
Yep.
And this is Moldstar 20T. And really the difference between them is that this takes 30 minutes to cure.
This takes 6 hours.
So,
if you don't have a quickener.
Yeah. So for the purposes of this tutorial, we are going to cast mine in the fast curing silicone, since we don't have enough to do all of them in that, and set these ones up for later.
Yeah.
So we are going to build a box around the sculptures that we made using cardboard, because I just have a ton of cardboard on hand.
This is the poor man's way of doing it, which means you'll be able to do it.
Yay! Yeah, using cardboard and hot glue. Really, there's no way to be classy about this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Hi friends, so quick thing about cutting, just a little tip. What you want to do is lightly go over your cut first, and then make a deeper cut the second time. That gives you more control, because otherwise you're just going to be putting a lot of pressure, and it's hard to control yourself when you're doing all that. So that's how you cut shit. So what we're doing here is we're just literally hot gluing cardboard strips around the flashing directly to the glass. The hot glue makes a nice watertight seal. It'll come off the glass later if you have your faithful scrapey tool like I do.
Or determination.
Make sure that all of your edges are really sealed tight with hot glue, or you're going to have silicone everywhere and it's going to be terrible. All that space in there, that's wasted silicone. That is a crime, my friends. Do not commit it.
Pay attention to where you're putting your stuff, is the moral of that story.
Yeah. Hey guys, hot glue is hot. The first thing we're going to do after we finish building our boxes is to spray mold release. It is Smooth-On's Ease Release 205. It's like a universal mold release, and you know, it just makes sure that your silicone doesn't stick.
Make sure to generously spray it.
Yes.
To make sure the silicone is easier to identify when you've mixed it properly, we're going to be tinting parts A and part B different colors, so when they make purple, because we're using red and blue, that's how you know you mixed it properly.
That is only in the silicone that I am using, because it is naturally clear. The silicone that she is using, the Rebound, actually comes in pink and white, and it just makes a lighter pink.
Follow the instructions on the bottle, because this one says stir A part thoroughly before mixing part B, and this one is stir part B thoroughly before mixing part A. So just stir all of your silicone before mixing it together, and then stir it some more. Also, gloves. Please wear gloves. It will get messy. Also, please make sure to get the right sized gloves.
Yeah, make sure to get the right sized gloves, and because you wanna be sure that the gloves fit on your giant man hands. Have a lot of tongue depressors handy always.
Always.
I stole mine from my doctor.
That is for you. It's for the blue.
Oh, great.
Alright. So,
If
you don't have a gram scale, you can get tiny cups this size and just fill them both up equally, and you should be fine. And then pour them into a slightly bigger cup. Also, if you're using the entire bottle, just pour the entire bottle in, because that's what we did last time. On orange.
So the pigments that we're using are Silk Pig. They're the smooth-on brand of pigments for silicone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the tube of sample colorings, but it's like this teeny bit of coloring goes such a long way. It's lasted me. I've had it 2 years.
And you still have like an entire thing.
And I still have like an entire other one. Have rags handy. I find that the best way to get silicone off of things is a dry paper towel.
Pay attention to the pot life of your silicone, because that will tell you how much time you have.
The pot life is how much time you have before the silicone becomes unpourable.
Mm-hmm.
So I am pouring it just from one center point and letting it spread out from there. This makes it harder for air bubbles to form on your mold, rather than just drizzling it on everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick one spot and pour.
Yeah.
And let it spread. And we are just repeating the process for the different molds. I've had nightmares before about silicone not curing. It's true. I'm pretty sure that if you scanned my brain, it would have like a whole section just dedicated to thinking about silicone. Put it this way, I love it, but it doesn't love me. So mine are going to be ready in about half an hour, and Madison's are going to be ready at my bedtime. So here we have the molds, all curing up nicely. Well, you know, these molds. Yeah, it's going to be wonderful.
Nice.
So it's a little while later, and we are coming back to my molds.
Because they're done.
Because they're done. They're very done. Hers are not.
No, and I made the mistake of touching them, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to poke it.
You just rip them apart. All that gluing that you did, you just destroy it now. And if you released it properly,
it should slide right off.
Da-da-da-da. Uh-oh.
Ooh, that came out good, girl.
Came out pretty good.
Yeah, there is always going to be some kind of cleanup that you're going to have to do, but as long as you get all of the pieces of the mold, of the sculpture out of the mold, you'll have a clean prosthetic. Look at how clean this one came out.
Ta-ta-da! It's wonderful. Okay. Great.
It came out really good.
It really did. And now you
pokey thing.
Oh, pokey thing for you.
I will clean them out while you clean up.
Pokey thing and brush.
Pokey thing and brush.
You use a pokey thing and a brush to clean out your molds, and you get your trusty scrapey to clean your glass plate.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get the molds as clean as you can.
Yeah.
Because that'll just mean you'll have a better prosthetic with no detail lost.
Brush is clean. As much as it may hurt you to scrape away the sculpture that you obsessed over for a couple hours, you're gonna have to do it.
You now have a permanent replacement that you can make a backup mold from.
True.
Before you make any prosthetics with it, and that way the perfect copy is ready to go if you want to keep it.
But yeah. So now, on to the next step. What we are doing here is we are preparing the mold for the material. We're using Johnson paste wax, and you just brush it in really well.
And the trick is make sure you brush it in well, but don't put so much on that it obscures all the details that you worked so hard on.
Yes, less is more with the paste wax, that's for sure. But you want to get it all over
Everywhere.